What was that?
It fell.
Play it back.
No, that was like behind us while we were listening.
Yeah.
Oh, was it on the tape?
No.
In the storage closet were 24 boxes of cremated remains.
Was that you over there?
And one of the boxes was actually opened up with the ashes were kind of thrown around.
Give me some fast blinks if we're doing the right thing.
It just felt like something touched my neck. I don't feel, you're too far away.
Back on again, please. Thank you.
And then we heard a little boy in the doorway by the hallway jabbering away at us.
Are you mad at Frank?
Yeah.
In 1956, the building was purchased, and in 1958, it actually opened up as a funeral home. And what the funeral home director essentially did was build a building inside of a building. So if you go in through the building and take down all the walls here, you'll find the original church with the original stained glass and still intact in the building. We had an organization called the Iron Island Preservation Society that was around to preserve the neighborhood and the history of the neighborhood. So we started a small museum in a storefront on Lovejoy Street in the neighborhood, and we had that building for a few years. And one day, out of the clear blue sky, I received a phone call from Mr. Anthony Amagon, who was the owner of this building, and he liked what we did, and he asked if we wanted the building for our museum, and he donated it to us in August of 2000. The funeral director was here to hand us the keys to the building. And there were about 4 or 5 of us at the time that came in. And after he left, we were thrilled to run around the building to see what was left or see what was around. And we decided to go down into the basement. When we got down into the basement, there was a closet that at one point was a bathroom from the church that they turned into a closet for storage. And in the storage closet were 24 boxes of cremated remains that were here from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. And one of the boxes was actually opened up with the ashes were kind of thrown around on the shelf.
My very first time here at the museum is one of my most memorable experiences. Again, I've had so many different things happen, but I always go back to my first initial experience because it hooked me. I had come in here, and actually Tom McDonald had a video with us in the basement, pitch black. I believed my whole body just tightened up. And I told everyone, oh my gosh, you know, and I sat up right away, and it felt like all my muscles inside of my legs just were super, super tight. Not on the outside, but just strictly internal. And it happened for about 15 minutes. And when we played the video back to, you know, just show that experience, you see a man's face come in the furnace behind me, look one direction, look back, fly out of frame, and then this orange light follows it and swirls out of the frame, almost like it was chasing that man away.
I saw some shadows. I was sleeping in the other room there on the couch, and around the corner, they were small, they looked like children, from a torso down, kind of peeked around the corner very quick, in and out. It was really strange. And then shortly afterwards, I saw 2 small black masses just kind of come skirt along the corner. One started to cut across the floor. I placed a K2 on the floor in front of me, and as it started to get closer, it went off, and that dissipated, and the other one kind of just traveled down along the wall and disappeared. It was very strange. Heard footsteps in the attic. A lot of people hear footsteps in the attic. Heard that. during the evening as well. At that point, it was almost, my gosh, it was almost like 3 o'clock, and I just kind of made a deal with him and said, look, I'm going to sleep, and put the cover over my head. Don't touch me, don't do anything, let me sleep the rest of the evening. You know, the thing here is I've never really felt threatened. You know, there's a lot of talk about, you know, the shadow man up in the attic. Some of the mediums have been here, given the name Edgar. They seem to think that's the name of the entity, but it seems that it's not really malevolent. There's some maybe, you know, angry at times of being annoyed or bothered, but I haven't really gotten a sense of anything evil here.
They got down and sat down. In the meantime, I had left my recorder on in the room.
Double cheeseburgers at McDonald. Oh, yeah. Oh, what the hell is that? What's that?
And when I played it back, you could hear the noise being made and them going into the next room to investigate it, and then you hear a voice that says, "Go away." What I think the spirits want is undecided. I really don't know yet if it's closure, if there's still something that needs to be said, if there's some sort of hidden secret in the place. It's unknown at this point. I'd like to find out.
Joined the AdventureMyths team for the first night of investigation. The group decided to begin with an EVP session covering the chapel room and the central terminal room, which is located directly behind the chapel room.
So again, if you guys, spirit-wise, can, there you go, thank you. If you can make it go on and off again all the way. That's what we need. All the way on, all the way off. Thank you. Back on again, please.
There were instances throughout the EVP session where the flashlight flickered on and off.
Can you do something in here? I know you can, but will you do something in here for me? Will you knock on? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Sounded almost like it was coming from below.
It sounded like the attic to me. And the flashlight just went on too. After you said attic.
Didn't even hear any noise from the road.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
She felt it, so who did it? Boom. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
She felt it, so who did it? Boom. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
What? Say it, Linda. What?
It just felt like something touched my neck. I don't feel, you're too far away.
The strobe light EMF meter was placed in the center of the room as a means to communicate with any spirits possibly in the museum.
Do you like Linda? You do like Linda. Is it okay that we're filming a documentary to help preserve this place? Give me some fast blinks if we're doing the right thing. Okay. We appreciate that. It's going crazy up here. You guys on the K2s are going off too?
Yeah.
Oh, Shelley's is.
Mine went over to the yellow, the ones goes to green and the yellow and back.
The table that the strobe light EMF meter was laying on had been previously tested for EMF and none was detected. After the investigation, the EMF meter was tested by being left on in a neutral location for an hour. The light on the meter did not flash at all.
Are you mad at Frank?
Yeah.
Sorry, Frank.
It's okay. You don't have to be mad at me.
He's not here to harm you. We're none of us are here to harm you.
Although the team would not discover it until days after the investigation, They had captured 2 of the clearest EVPs ever recorded by AdventureMyths.